Are you a professional who wants to become a more effective leader? Then get ready for daily tips from the coach with the experience and inspiration to help you succeed in any leadership situation. You're listening to the Meeting Leadership Podcast with Gordon Shepherd.
Welcome to another episode of the Meeting Leadership Podcast. My name is Gordon Shepherd, and whether you're on the treadmill, maybe you're driving in the car, thanks so much for spending time out of your valuable day to listen to the show. And I want to take a moment also to reiterate why I call it the Meeting Leadership Podcast. Now, I believe that you can't be a leader without knowing how to run a great meeting. And you can't run a great meeting without knowing how to be a great leader. Now, on this show, we give you tips, practical skills in the leadership growth area, and we also help you to learn how to run outstanding meetings. And I think that package is a great way to move forward, to lead teams, to run your organizations, and ultimately to have the best impact on your clients and your community. And today, I'm going to help you learn how to make a great first impression in a meeting. And the moment that I'm talking about, it really is quite honestly the first second when you walk in the door. How do you want to be perceived? How do you want people to take you in? How do you want to make them feel when you walk in the door, that first moment? And to help you do this, I'm going to teach you the doorway drill. Now, full disclosure, I learned the doorway drill from Jordan Harbinger. He's actually the host of the Jordan Harbinger Show. It's a great podcast, and I recommend that you go and check it out at jordanharbinger.com/podcast. And the audio clip that I'm about to play for you came from when I was a keynote speaker at the Smart Connections event for the Edmonton Regional Immigrant Employment Council. And at this event, I was able to teach the doorway drill to about 150 people who were learning new job skills to take out into their professional life. And I won't keep you waiting any longer. Here is the clip. How much gets done non-verbally when you walk into a room? First moment you walk into a room. So you have control over that. Again, you're going into a job interview. You're going into a meeting. You're going into a volunteer setting. What I'd like you to all do now, and I'll just demonstrate for you. I'm going to imagine there's a doorway right here because I don't have 150 doorways for everybody right now. I want you to imagine when you walk through a doorway, if you walk through like this, I give this impression, right? If I walk through and my chest is up, I'm thinking a good thought, and I can walk through. Every time you walk through a doorway, imagine if you come through in the way that you want to be perceived. How do I want to act when I get ready for that meeting? So I want you to stand up. I want you to imagine there's a doorway here, and I want you to take one step and walk into it, pretend to walk into a room the way that you would like to walk in. Everybody stand up. Come on, stand up. Stand up. All right. Do me a favor, put your hands in the air, draw a doorway just right in front of you. And now I want you to take one step through, and you'll always step through, nice and proud. Oh, that was terrible. Step back out. We know where our doorway is. Think about how you want to go into your job interview, your meeting, and how you want to be perceived. That first moment before you even open your mouth, now take a step through. Whoa. Very, very good. Awesome. Please practice that when you go home as well. Wonderful. Well, I hope you really enjoyed learning the doorway drill, and you can get that sort of Pavlov dog response every time you go under a doorway, and now every room that you walk into, whether you're at home or at work or wherever you are, you're going to make a great first impression. And if you want to go even deeper with the way that you act during meetings, check out episode 18 from the Meeting Leadership Podcast. It's called You Can Choose How to Conduct Yourself in a Meeting. And you can find that at meetingleadershipinc.com/18. And I also want to let you know that this episode of the Meeting Leadership Podcast is brought to you by the Meeting Leadership Academy. If you want great online training and great live training options when it comes to growing as a leader and learning how to run outstanding meetings, then visit meetingleadershipinc.com/academy. And I really hope you've been enjoying the show. And if you have, don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast app. And don't forget to rate and review. And we'll take in that information to produce even more great content going forward. And as always, thanks for listening. And we'll see you tomorrow on the Meeting Leadership Podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Meeting Leadership Podcast. Be sure to subscribe for more strategies to help you become an outstanding leader. And don't forget to rate and review so we can bring you fresh content every day. We'll see you tomorrow, right here on the Meeting Leadership Podcast.
the world and now I'm living. And the good just gets better, keeps on giving. Not even close to the end, it's just beginning.